This is the TV news for Friday, February 11th, 2011. Brought to you by newmaru.com, Internet marketing education for professional people. Hello, I'm Jeff Grimshaw, and we begin today with the sports TV news. So, what would happen if an NFL apocalypse came to pass next fall, meaning there was no NFL football due to an inability to reach a collective bargaining agreement? Well, here to examine this alternate reality for now is Eric Mackerlin. Eric.
Hey, thanks, Jeff. And indeed, for those of us who have lived through NFL labor stoppages before, this is not a very happy prospect. When we take a look at this, we should ask ourselves three questions. In the case of a lockout, one that would make us miss games, who would win, who would lose, and finally, what's really going to happen here? Let's put aside the speculation and give you an answer. First, in terms of who's going to win, well, we think that some of the other minor sports and anything else compared to the NFL on television is minor. Let's face it, the NFL gets the best television ratings ever for anything on broadcast television. It makes every other sport look puny. So you'd think that fans might go to, postseason baseball. They might pick up on hockey early. They might pick up on basketball. Mostly, I think that they would probably, at least some of them at least, would go to college football. So they would be a mild winner. But I don't expect any of them to really do terribly well or much better simply because the NFL is not around. So who are the losers in all this? Well, of course, every television network, because every television network has some sort of contractual relationship with the NFL. They would all lose. We know, as we've said just a second ago, the best television ratings come from NFL football, and NFL television, helps drive ratings for other primetime programming. Without one, you'll see the ratings drop like a rock with the other. So they're going to lose big. Who else will lose? Well, the players will lose. A lot of NFL players right now who are not under contract. And we know that NFL contracts are front-loaded. You get big bonuses when you sign, and then smaller yearly amounts over the rest of the contract. So there are a lot of folks out there, a lot of football players out there without a contract who won't be getting any money come the fall. They're going to lose. Who else is going to lose? Well, the NFL and the owners will lose. There's all sorts of revenue that they will give up. No TV revenue, no money from NFL Sunday Ticket, either over the satellite or online, okay? No other satellite relationships like with bars and so forth. All that revenue is gone. Gone will be the revenue from ticket sales, and merchandise sales will crater, okay? So overall, what does that mean? Well, the reality is, folks, is that we will wait. There will be a labor stoppage. There will be a lockout, and it will most likely extend sometime through training camp. But the fact of the matter is that when it comes right down to it, this labor stoppage will be solved. There will be a new CBA, and we will not miss any football games. Perhaps we'll miss a preseason game or two, but I doubt even that. The fact of the matter is that we all have too much to lose if the NFL goes dark.
Well, Eric, we will be looking at this much more closer. We'll be looking at 18 games. We'll be looking at, how much revenue stands to be lost, how much is going to be gained. We'll be looking at this up and down and sideways as the weeks progress. And we thank you, Eric, for joining us today. We'll see you next week. Well, very good news for ABC. Mr. Sunshine has scored big in its mid-season premiere, drawing 10.6 million viewers. Mr. Sunshine is the best mid-season premiere for ABC in 3 years. Well, this Sunday, February 13th, marks the launch of TV's very first 24-hour 3D network, Discovery, IMAX, and Sony's 3Net. 3Net hits the air with one carriage deal in place, that being with DirecTV. Break a leg 3Net, well, not like a Joe Theismann break a leg, well, especially in 3D, it would be just gross. And finally, we issue this correction. In yesterday's story about the bevy of antique, junk, and pawn shows invading the TV space, we inadvertently left out True TV's Hardcore Pawn. Thanks, Facebook pal Ron Herbert, for keeping us accurate.
Future events and opportunities brought to you by Dude Walker. Get the best voice. Get the best price. Get Dude at DudeWalker.com.
What? Are you living under a rock? You've got to know by now that the TV news is approaching 300,000 views by top TV and new media pros. And check out our clout scores, which measure our mega influence in social media within the industry. Awesome! To become a big deal sponsor of the TV news, ping us with an email at advertise@thetvnews.tv. And that about does it for this edition of the TV News. We will be back on Monday with a fresh edition, and we'll review how, sadly, a warning we issued to the Weather Channel and Comcast has now become a reality. I'm Jeff Grimshaw. We thank you very, very much for watching, and as always, go out and make it a great weekend.
The TV News has been brought to you by American Ingenuity TV. For all of your electronic marketing and creative challenges, American Ingenuity TV is simply the solution.